Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of Slasher Sunday. Today, I am joined by these two beautiful Bellends and a third one to come in very shortly. Today, we're just going to chat shit about horror movies and anything else that comes into our head, pretty much. But if the comments dry out, I'm sure we'll think of something to talk about. But this is Ryan's first time on the channel, so welcome, Gobshite.
Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it. Let's see what kind of shite that comes out of my gob today.
I can only imagine.
No doubt.
And of course, we had the legend himself, Rock God.
Known.
Why, King Bellends?
So let's get into the only comment we have. It is Manhaljal saying, "Hey, Jake and gang, hope you're all good. I've been better, mate. What about you guys?"
I've been doing all right, mate.
Apart from being full of fucking cold or something again, yeah, I'm all right.
Oh, God.
Just your luck, innit, nice?
Seems to go then. If I don't have COVID, it's cold. If it's not cold, it's flu.
She can't shake it. But any horror questions or any questions you have for us, just leave them in the comments. All three of you watching.
Oh, there's 3 now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 3.
We have
I didn't
Jamie
get a chance
here
to
saying, "Hey, legends."
Hey, man, hope you're doing good.
Where? Good evening. Yeah. Hey, man.
Good evening. I hope your mood's feeling a little bit better, mate. Poor Jamie. But yeah, as I was saying, any horror questions you have for us, anything you want to know, put it down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read them out. But what horror movies have you two been watching recently?
Fucking hell.
I watched Halloween H2O yesterday.
Is that the 4K still?
Yeah, that's why I watched it. I just wanted to make sure it was all right because I got that box with the 3 in, and I'd only watched the 2 cuts of Halloween 6. So I thought I'd watch that, and I've only got Resurrection to watch out of that box set, just so I know that they're all right.
Was the transfer good?
It was really, really good, actually. Yeah, it's amazing how much effort they seem to put in to these films that people say crap or low budget and stuff. You think, wow. I think everybody should just shut the fuck up more and just be grateful that they're doing them.
Yeah, Ryan.
Well, I'm very critical when it comes to 2 movies in the David Gordon Green trilogy, because the 2018 ones aren't either good and out of that whole shebang. So even if I can be here all day talking about Halloween, you don't want to, because I'll go very critical. So
what horror shite have you been watching, Ryan?
Well, I've been watching Maniac, April Fool's Day, Dead and Buried, which I really enjoyed, which I'm not going to spoil the ending of because I've already been told off. What else did I watch? Oh, fuck. Tremors is another one. I enjoyed that. Absolute fun movie. Can't remember what others I have watched, but I'm hoping probably tomorrow or something like that, I might watch The Entity for the first time, because I heard that's meant to be a really rough watch, but
it's quite brutal, yeah, because it's not brutal as in what you would normally sort of see. It's what's happening, and the way that she's responding, the actress, to it, she does it really well, and it's not nice.
I watched Asylum as well. That was pretty decent. That's to be honest, that movie, it's more like a psychological kind of horror anthology, which I liked about it. The first story was probably one of the interesting ones. I don't really want to talk about it, just for spoiler wise and stuff like that, because Nige hasn't seen it. So, But
No,
best thing
I
is,
do
it is
intend to get that one as well.
it's on YouTube.
Is it?
So yeah, it's on YouTube to watch. Dr. Terror's House Horrors is on there as well. The House That Drip Blood. There's all sorts. If you type them in, you can find them.
Fucking hell. And they're coming out on Blu-ray and stuff like that, and then they're there to watch.
Oh no, it's just insane. I watched Island of Fear and Night of the Big Heat on there. Well, in my opinion, I didn't really enjoy them. It's probably like one of the weakest ones that I'm gonna say Peter Cushing and Chris Bailey has done.
Oh,
It's not, yeah, now because like in the first movie, it was like literally like all about these like creatures like literally suck the living like bones out of you, and all what's left is literally just piles of flesh. Piles
what
of
is that
flesh.
island of terror or something?
Island of Terror, yeah.
Do they look like tortoises but with big giraffe necks?
Yes, that's the
That's
one.
the film I've been looking for years, because I remember when I watched that as a kid. I went back to school. I was only in junior school, and all the lessons like it scared the shit out of them. So
Oh,
you know, say, oh, let's have a. Well, years ago, they used to say, let's play like cops and robbers or cowboys. That we played that, and I was the creature with the long neck.
fucking hell.
I can't believe I've just told you that.
Well, you know one thing, it is on Blu-ray in this country, but it's out of print, and it goes
Great.
for like nearly 60 quid.
I wouldn't pay that for it. It's not all that.
Well, no, you can get Island, you can get like a double pack of like Night of the Big Heat and like Island Terror for like 20 quid.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Well, you can get Night of the Big Heat separately over here anyway.
Mental, how these
No,
things
I
like
think that.
increase.
Tell you what I do like
I don't
though
know.
is I don't know if you guys would have seen it, the Arrow box set, the George A. Romero one. It's called Night and Dawn. You've got There's Always Vanilla, The Crazies, and Season of the Witch.
Oh, is it between night and dawn? So it's like that's what it's
Yeah.
called, but it's basically what he did between those two films. But is Vanilla in there or something as well? It's called, I think.
There's Always Vanilla, Season of the Witch, and The Crazies. Well, I've heard that there's always there's Always Vanilla is a pile of steaming cow dung, but you can get The Crazies and Season of the Witch individually on Arrow without buying the box set.
I need to
I've
watch
only
the
seen the
Crazies.
remake of the Crazies, and I really didn't like it.
I hate the remake. My mom, like my parents, right? They bloody love the remake, but like of how like brilliant this like the CGI that is used in it. I
Oh,
was
it was
like,
just a shit film.
it's fucking shit, isn't it? Oh look, find out. Oh yeah, everyone turn into bloody zombies. Like craze
And somebody
like
said it's
you know
basically the same story, so it kind of put me off watching the original.
like I've got the original, but like I've seen half the film because I turned it off like years ago. So probably I don't know if it was like it was too slow or something, but it
Probably.
is something to do. It is something to do with the water supply. So like something that must have like decontaminated, well basically de what
Contaminated.
yeah contaminated. I didn't know what the hell I'm saying. Yeah, so it's been contaminated. So that's basically it's basically like the same story in a way, but everyone just literally just goes crazy.
Wow.
We do have a couple more comments, and we have over 7 people watching.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you very much, guys.
Yay!
We have Dawn of a Discoholic here saying, "Hey guys, how are you all doing? I'm not too bad, mate. How are you?"
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad.
All right,
And
mate.
he also says, "In your opinions, what are the worst horror films you've ever seen?"
Oh, that's a good question. First one, and Nigel's going to agree with us, yeah. Smeal.
Oh,
Fucking Smile Eye. That was
I think
fucking
oh,
shit.
I
It
think I've got a
follows
worse one than
shit.
Smile. American Psycho 2 and All American Girl. What a pile of crap.
I've watched it. I don't have no attention to.
No.
Guys,
I'm sorry to whoever's watching who hasn't seen American Psycho 2, and I wouldn't recommend it because there's a scene in it where Mila Kunis kills someone by strangling them with a condom.
What?
Oh God!
Fucking hell, that is terrible. That sounds really fucking terrible.
William
Oh,
Shatner's in it. He plays a college professor. He's probably the best part about the film.
To be honest, I hated the first one.
I loved the first one, but I attempted to watch the second one because I like Mila Kunis in more ways than one, and I thought, oh, American Psycho 2, that must be hard to get your hands on, and I think I found it in CEX for like £2. Watched it, and I thought, what the fuck have I just watched? And then literally took the disc out, put it back in the case, and threw it in the bin.
I was about to CX and said, "Here, and you can fucking have that back."
You can fucking keep it.
You should have got your money back, mate. How much it cost
I probably would have only got 50p for it.
50p? Fucking hell.
I paid £2.
You paid £2 for that? You should have got the £2 back. You should have said it didn't work. It was faulty.
It didn't walk.
What?
Did you just say it didn't walk?
Didn't what?
It sounded like he said walk then. It didn't walk.
Jesus Christ. Just get on with the fucking thing. No wonder people fuck off. It was Geordie for work, I think.
Oh, fucking hell.
But,
walk.
What about mine?
Walk.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'll even ask the question for you. Mine are definitely the Babadook, the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, shit.
I will never understand the fascination with the Blair Witch Project. It's just a steaming pile of shit.
Oh, yeah, I agree on you. I agree with you.
I can't even say that's an opinion. To me, that's just fucking fact because there's just nothing happens in it. All you got to think it's watching there with a fucking snotty nose. And the amount of people who said, oh, if you look in the corner at the end, you see the witch. Bullshit. They did that just so you'd watch it. My daughter watched that in bed on her own when she was 9, and she didn't get scared once she was bored. That was a 9-year-old who'd never seen a horror film and is a shitty ass even now of horror films. So yeah, that and the Babadook are probably my worst. From what I remember of it, Hereditary is getting there as well.
I like
as is fucking Eraserhead. I don't care what y'all think.
I just hate David Lynch in general.
And the remake of The Fog.
I was about to say that.
I've seen about 10-15 minutes and that was enough.
Wait a minute. I'm really looking at my horror list now.
And if by some strange reason, because it is a science fiction film, if you class Alien as a horror film, and stick that down there with the Babadook as well.
We have Jamie here saying, which horror films left you feeling happy and satisfied? For me, it was Halloween Ends, which felt like watching the ending to the Dark Knight trilogy. Perfect and wraps everything up. I absolutely fucking loved it.
That ending was shit.
Well, that turns out into sour milk.
So there you go. The ending of Halloween Ends is part of the shit because it shouldn't have happened like that.
That wasn't the question. The question is what made you feel good and happy, not let's fucking say what doesn't.
I feel like every time I watch Jaws, it always makes me happy.
Do you class Jaws as a horror film?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
See, there's another one. It's so split.
It limbos between horror and not horror.
Good question.
God, let me feel.
Let me feel
happy.
Evil Dead. Fuck's sake.
That's a really good question, Jamie.
Then I'm going to say it, and then he stops.
What was you going to say, Nigel?
I'm waiting for him to answer.
Come on, gobshite.
What? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to answer so I can think.
I've said Jaws.
No, I'm waiting for a gobshite down there, man.
I will go for the original Scream.
Yep. Watch that before I come on stream. It's
some with amazing endings, but they made me feel far from happy because they were just so fucking depressing. Oh God.
Terra Firma.
That was just fucking mental. Creep Show.
Yep. Oh, I have some.
If you class it as a horror, definitely Jaws.
Yep, I do in my case. Yeah.
I'm going to say American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, I agree on the fact that it made me feel fucking great, as in like, my God, what a film that was.
Yeah.
But the actual ending itself, I was like, no, didn't want that. But at least, in my opinion, they finished it. It should have been a one-off till some arsehole thought, oh, let's do Paris.
Paris, oh, fucking hell. Well,
I think originally when John Landis wrote the story for An American Werewolf in London, I'm sure it was in the 60s. It took that long for him to get it made. And I think I heard that he originally set it in Paris, which is where I think that comes from. But it wasn't him who made the film, so they needed to just like, fuck off and keep your shit ideas to yourself.
I'm going to go with Scream 5 as well. I feel like for me that sort of brings the original full circle. It made me really happy to see like all the original characters back, but then also taking it in a new direction with new characters. And then what they're setting up for the future.
I think the original for me was not just because it's my favourite one of the Scream films, but it's the fact that like just that entire film at the time, that it's like we'd seen nothing like it, and it had such a amazing ending.
Yeah,
so that's nice to see.
I would say Scream 2 for me as well. Well, that's more of a devastating ending when it comes from that. Hey, God. I would say Army of Darkness as well. That had a really good ending. Like when they done the remake, well not done, when they refilmed the ending from the apocalyptic ending, from when he got back to the super, when he got back to S-Mart when he got that job. I thought that was a really interesting, like killing the Deadites.
I've never ever seen that bit. It must be on a different cut that I haven't seen. I need to dig me Blu-ray out and watch all three cuts because I've only ever seen the one, I think, and I've never been a huge fan of Army of Darkness.
Nice. Is it you that's got the Cine edition for the first Evil Dead?
Is Cine edition the one from HMV?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been looking for that bastard for ages. I cannot find it anywhere.
Well, it'll be long gone now. You'll probably find it on eBay if anywhere. Or that place used frequent now, don't.
I'm saying that when we got
what that place?
When Army of Darkness came over here, did we have the European version while the Americans had the whole supermarket scene and then
What in?
Army of Darkness.
The one I've seen, he was just like still there in the medieval times. He didn't get out.
Right. You want to know something? That's the apocalyptic ending with all the smashed up buildings in it.
It's like he gets took to these medieval times and he wants to get home, and I think it ended and that was it. He stayed there.
He didn't stay there.
He did the one I watched.
What the fuck? I never heard of that fucking ending before. I didn't know he stayed.
I don't ever recall him getting home, unless it's just that I forgot about it.
Look, like when he got home, he drank some kind of potion and he slept for nearly like 4,000 or 5,000 years, so he can get home, right? And then in the American court, he found out you find him working at S-Mart, which is the shop that I was working at, and he just living life. He's chatting up a lass, and then you see a fucking daylight coming out of nowhere, and he shoots it, shoots it with a shotgun while wheeling on some kind of wheelie thing. So that's part of the scenes I was shot. But in the international course, right? You see the apocalyptic ending when he wakes up after so many years. He slept for too long, and you wake up with all the smashed up buildings in London.
It might be that one.
So there you go.
I know you didn't get back home to any form of normality that I remember.
So that must be the ending you must have seen. It must have been the international cut you would have watched when it was aired over here.
Which will probably be the one we got because we are international to them. It was made over in America. So that'll be the one that we got.
Jamie's also asking, what horror movies do you find underrated?
No, he said also it is underrated. What is?
Oh,
Also underrated.
My bad. We have Danny Dukes here saying, hi, how are you all doing?
All right, Danny.
All right, Danny.
Hey, Danny,
not too bad, mate.
Apart from full of cold or whatever it is.
We have Rob Young here saying, watch the original Crazies on Fear on Friday years ago and loved it ever since. Double bill with short called LA Cabina, which
La Cabina.
Oh.
LA. It's French, foreign, Spanish or Italian. La Cabina.
Oh.
LA, Los Angeles, Cabina.
Oh, yeah. See, you can tell my head's not straight.
Put the fucking question on, I'll read them out. Yeah, it's the remake that's put me off watching it. I should watch the Romero one really because I do, as a rule, really like his stuff.
Yeah,
I loved Martin, not just that Talking to Me Like Living Dead. I thought Martin was excellent. I really enjoyed it.
What's it about? Is it a werewolf?
Martin, vampire.
A vampire. Because I've seen the cover and I saw the teeth in the rearview mirror and I thought it was a werewolf movie.
It's not like as in he goes and sleeps in a coffin vampire though. He just likes to drink people's blood. He's a freak.
As you do.
He's actually quite a pleasant chap until he bites you.
So basically, he's more of a cannibal, isn't he? He just drinks blood.
Yeah, I don't think he actually puts these fangs in. I think he actually sort of cuts and sucks the blood out. It's not the being a vampire. He just likes the blood. It's got a brutal ending, like.
George A. Romero's made so many classics.
Yeah, he has.
Thank you for the comment, Rob. I've scrolled up too much. Hold on, give me a sec, guys. We have Menhaljul here saying, anyone pre-ordered anything lately or new for that matter?
No. That's my answer.
I'm pretty sure me and Nige have some similar things on pre-order with like the new Exorcist stuff coming out. Obviously, Megan, the new 4K of Megan. Anything else, Nige?
I've got those. I've got both special editions of The Exorcist ordered. Megan, the Warriors 4K, Harrison Ford Witness 4K. I did have The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires pre-order, but that's turned up. But I've also got the Blu-ray of Death Race 2000 pre-ordered. What's the hell are the others that's coming out? I've got more pre-ordered coming from the US, and I can't remember what they are. It's gone. Can't remember. They've been pre-ordered that long, I just forget all about them.
Yeah. No worries, mate. As well as Megan and the super duper 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 duper, the deluxe edition of Exorcist, I've also got the new Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund documentary on pre-order. The new Gladiator Titans of Cult from Zavi. Fingers crossed that turns up. Was meant to be having the new Halloween Steelbook trilogy delivered. That got cancelled.
Has it sold out?
No, that Amazon just cancelled it out of nowhere. So I'm probably going to wait on that now. But I did purchase some other things. I got my first Scream Factory 4K.
Oh, what'd you get?
Creep Show.
Motherfucker. Has it turned up?
No. It said it's getting here. So what date is it today? The 15th. Says it's arriving on the 23rd.
So just before Halloween. A week before Halloween.
Yeah. And then
have you seen it before?
Creep Show. No.
You've never seen it?
Nope.
Creep Show's great.
I thought I'd go with that as my first Scream Factory 4K.
What a way to watch it as well.
And I did also dip into the... Well, I was going to go into the 3 for 30, but there wasn't much on there on Amazon that I was looking at. So I went and bought myself Scream 3 on 4K. I finally upgraded Jaws to 4K. And then I went and grabbed myself Carlito's Way, the new Arrow set.
That looks amazing on 4K. That was a first time watch when Andy sent me his Sony one, I think it was. Wow, what a film. Was that Sony or Warner Brothers? No, sorry, it was Universal. I loved it. I'd never ever seen it before, and I was absolutely blown away by it.
We have Minhaujal here saying, I bet Nige has shite loads of movies, which makes me excited when I see pickup/haul video unboxing on Nige's channel. Love you, Nige, and I support the growth of your channel always and everyone's.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, I think I've found all my 4Ks.
Ooh.
I went and got a box, and as I was lifting them out, I thought, oh, there's another box. I looked and I thought, that's why that wasn't there, and that's why that wasn't there. So I think I've got them. I just need to sort of get them all sorted and wait for The Exorcist to turn up.
And then
I hadn't come across these. I thought, I don't know where the hell these were, but I found these as well.
Cool.
Cat of Nine Tails.
Oh, are they sealed?
With the original artwork? No.
Oh.
I'm still yet
but
to see that.
I just cut there and keep them with the cellophane on.
That goes for a fair few quid now.
That's the original artwork one as well. You can only get on the website. They all are what I've got.
Yeah, that goes for quite a bit of money now.
Really?
Yeah.
The Bird with the Crystal Plumage.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Such a great film.
I love that film so much.
I've got Arrow 4K of that.
Deep Red, Profondo Rosso.
Oh, what a beautiful set that is.
Great film, but I think Tenebrae is probably my favourite.
Phenomenon, the Creepers cut.
It's what I was talking to you about yesterday when I said that I found it on eBay for
like $78. And for me, the best out of all of them, Tenebrae, with the original artwork.
Why I bring it on. I love that film.
Beautiful stuff there, Nige.
I'm just glad I found them, because I was starting to get a bit worried, thinking, I know they're here, but where the hell are they? And I didn't realise. I thought I only had 2 boxes, and there's 3. I had more than what I thought.
Well, there you go.
How nice do they look together?
Wow! Imagine them on a shelf together.
Oh, fucking no! It'd just be me pinching them.
That's what I'm sort of hoping for. They've all got the books as well and posters.
I definitely think, in my personal opinion, Arrow is the best label going at the minute for boutique. Like, especially when it comes to like, horror and the work that they put into their editions and their box sets.
I think Second Sight can be just as good, sometimes better. I mean, look at Dawn of the Dead. But for me, Second Sight released some strange fucking stuff on these like massive, expensive collector's edition things. I mean, there was one that brought out a few months back and had like a sort of a yellowy cover. It wasn't even horror, not like that. I'd never heard of it.
Oh, what do you mean, the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest collection?
No,
That's horrible.
this was just one film. I think I had a woman on the front. It was something to do with a woman, like in the middle of like a fucking meadow and stuff like that. I was like, "What the hell?"
Wait, is this Second Sight or Arrow you're talking about?
Second Sight.
Is it The Witch?
The Witch cover is black. I've just said fucking yellow.
Oh.
The Witch. I've never seen that as well. I'd never heard of it when they released it.
The Witch is a really good horror film. Really good.
I reckon there's going to be somebody who comes on comments and knows the one I'm on about. I think it's has it got a fairly long title-ish? But I'm thinking, what are you releasing shit like this for? Get stuff what people have been screaming for.
Yeah.
Instead of just like getting these obscure bloody things. I mean, It Follows.
Why do you need another re-release of It Follows if you can just get a normal standard Blu-ray?
I turned it off because it was shit.
They also done.
It was the same as Smile. The Smile, right, and It Follows is basically the same film.
They
And
also.
people going, "Oh, I love that film. I want to get." No, you like the set and you're pretending you like it. There's nothing to like. It's shit.
Oh, bloody hell, it's Sergeant Howie coming back from his platoon.
Evening.
Hello, sorry about
that.
How are you, there, boy?
Ooh, I've been better. But nice to see you guys. You know, I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a chat, keep away from all that revising.
Oh, shit. Is it that time? I forgot about that.
Well, it's just like every waking moment I've got to do something. You know what I mean? And if I'm not doing that, I'm falling asleep. So, you know, but all I have to think about is past Wednesday and it's gone out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's 3 days out of your life and you've got how many years left of your life? You know, so you just go, sod it.
Got all sorts, man.
I'm not gonna get upset about failing. It's one of those things where I go, look, I know I needed more time.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm thick. It's just on the day. There you are. You know, it's right. But what you guys been talking about, I did hear a little bit about Creepshow. Well done. I've got that.
Thank you.
Just so you know. I bought that at the same time as I bought the damaged Steelbook. Believe it or not, I wanted the one above the collector's edition. It's the one that come with a bigger box, but it was way too expensive. Couldn't, you know, to import, because there's a collector's edition which is just like the 4K and I think it's got a Blu-ray disc in plus some cards in a nice box. But there's another one that's bigger. It's about another $20.
Where's that from?
From America.
Scream Factory.
Yeah.
They've only done the one edition 4K, but they do packages where you get extra stuff. The box in it.
That's what I mean.
It's just badges. The box.
Yeah,
that's all they have got in that box.
That's what I mean. It had badges, and that's the one that I wanted but couldn't get it. But I, in the end, plumped for the collector's one, like Jake has got, and I put the 4K in my Steelbook because I fixed the Steelbook. I got found a way of doing it. Just so you know, if you ever have a crease in your Steelbook, you can actually take the plastic insert out. It's a bit tricky, but you can take it out. You put a duster that's about 2 thick or a tea towel. You get a heater on the inside, and you get a spoon, and it must be a spoon because it's got a rounded edge. And all you do is you do that over the crease, going down, and it pops out.
That's
so I managed to get the crease out of that steel book.
Wow.
I had to look at a lot of YouTube videos to do that, I tell you. But I
It's
thought,
not
well,
what you know, it's who you know.
What can I lose? I got it for free, didn't I, at the end of the day, because they refunded me, didn't they? So
might as well, man.
And then I put the art cards that came with that. I showed you the art cards, didn't I, Nigel? I showed you. This is what came in the box, and it had these art cards. And you went, "Ooh,
I vaguely remember. Yeah,
those art cards are nice." And I put that in the steel book, and I took the stuff out of the Screen Factory one and put it in the steel book because then it looks nice. So I've got everything that's all together, you see, and that's what I did. So well done, Jake, on getting there. And I heard something bad news about cancellation, but I think I answered that, didn't I, to you? I said, which do you think is going to be harder to get, you bastard, Exorcist or Halloween trilogy? And I can tell you now, you'll get your Halloween trilogy. Will I get my Exorcist? Will I? Well, so don't be too upset about that one.
No, I'm sure I'll get it at some point.
I've got mine coming, and I'm not excited. I am excited about Exorcist, and I am not excited about the Halloween one. I don't really like the artwork on it. I just ordered it. There you go.
We have Menhaljal here saying, "Can't wait for my Hellraiser 4K set, Arrow exclusive. Should be here any day now." Awesome stuff, mate. I'm personally not a fan of Hellraiser, but I'm glad there are fans out there of it.
I think in a previous post he said that there's 2 editions of that, and he ordered one particular one, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, because there's the one that comes with all 4, isn't there?
Yeah,
on 4K.
You get Bloodline, I think.
There was something about a cover difference between the 2, and you could choose which cover you wanted. And I thought, who gives a shit? I've got them.
I just want the same box. That's all I want.
How is Nige? How is Ryan? How is Jake?
Yeah, I'm doing all right now. How about you?
Oh, I'm right. I'm okay. See, prayers don't get answered. I thought you'd be not very good today, but there you are. So you're all right. Shit.
Yeah.
What about?
I am. Bob Shite.
Obviously, you see the message in the group. So yeah, I've been better.
Oh, okay, matey. I've got my fingers crossed for you. I was very entertained, Ryan. About some of the stuff you've been putting in the chat. I thought to myself, if you find any more photos that are really, really old, you do know there's a recycle bin. Just giving you some advice here, especially if you want to put some space there and put better stuff there in its place.
Oh, all right then. All right, I'll take that.
That's my tech advice for you for today. There's a thing called a recycle bin. All right. Fringes, fringes, by the way, don't come back. Well, they do. They grow back. That style doesn't. Looks like Renfield. You never seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
You're right there, Nige.
Yes. Well, yeah. I'm just full of cold or whatever it is.
Let's hope it's not COVID again.
Probably is going my luck. I haven't tested again though.
That would be unlucky.
I just want to say thank you to all 14 people watching. We really appreciate that.
Wow.
More than my live stream yesterday.
We have Menhaljal again here saying, I watched The Mist, Mimic, and The Descent 1 and 2, Fright Night, Starship Troopers, Halloween 3, RoboCop, leading up to Halloween this month. Always the best time. What's your favourite horror films?
Starship Troopers. I wouldn't class Starship Troopers as a horror film, like.
Yeah, most people don't count Jaws as a horror film, but most people do. So I guess it's all the way. It's the way you perceive the film.
It's a gory film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean, but it's more of a science fiction movie.
Take it like this: if a fucking great big bug was coming up to me with those big claws and that, I'd say, "Fucking hell, that's a horrible thing." So there you are.
Get yourself a fly swatter that'll help you kill us. I
But you've got a couple of
you
those
need
to
what?
watch, haven't you, Nigel? You've got Descent 1, Descent 2, Starship. There was a couple on
Ah.
there that you've got to watch as well, haven't you?
It certainly is.
I don't know if I can grab it, but
Did yours arrive, Jake?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the shelf.
Did your Starship Troopers arrive?
Not my Starship Troopers, but this has arrived.
Okay. Oh, the Descent. There you are.
There we go.
The Descent.
So I'm probably going to watch this either tonight, depends what time I get off, or I'll probably whack it on tomorrow.
Hey, no worries. I'll tell you what, I would love to meet Neil Marshall, who directed that.
It says it's from the director of Dog Soldiers. You ever seen
Yeah, I said Neil Marshall. It's Neil Marshall who directed it. It's like, yeah, Dog Soldiers. I love to meet him because I would love to get that particular movie signed. Plus, also get Dog Soldiers sign on the back. So that means it'd be nice and complete.
Didn't
Meeting Sean from Dog Soldiers was a great experience. Absolutely amazing guys. Absolutely kind. Plus, I had to call him on his nose because he's just like his dad. So, it was amazing.
I'm always impressed. I'm always impressed by people that can remember the directors of everything. I'm bewildered, Ryan, that you knew it. Right, next.
Okay, thank you.
We have Minhajul here saying, "I love watching all of my horror Blu-rays."
Nice.
Yep. He also says, "I love Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I don't understand all the hate it gets. As I've gotten older, I've seen it in a new light, a lot better perspective. It's something unique. It's my favourite after H2O."
Right. What I'm going to say here about Halloween Season of the Witch, it's not a hated movie anymore. It's called. I think it is underrated. But to be honest, I think it's been getting more popularity now than what it would have got like back to when it came out.
Well, actually, Nigel can give you a better perspective because he was around at the time that was released. So I'm going to let Nigel speak about that because it was a totally different film from the other two Halloween films, and it did have this awful stigma to it. But I think Nigel knows the time better than me, so I'll let him talk about it. But
I remember the video poster going up in a shop, and I remember walking in and going, "Halloween 3? There's another Halloween? There can't be." And I thought, it's a totally different thing. And I thought, but the way they wrote it, there was something about it. And it's Season of the Witch, I thought. And people were going, "Oh, Michael Myers, isn't it?" So anyway, I went and hired it. And my first view, and I was like, what a pile of shit. And then years later, I bought the sell-through title, whether you to bring them down for you to buy in shops for a tenner. And I watched it. I thought, well, it was all right, but I thought because it's part of Halloween's, I'll watch it. And I ended up absolutely loving it. But the pre-certificate rental one and the first sell-through title, most of the gore was cut, even though it's not really that gory. But where you see him in the hospital and he goes like that in the eyes with the fingers, and you see him shaking. When he breaks the nose, that was cut. The bit where the mask backfires in the woman's face, and she goes like that, and it fades. It just faded out. You didn't see her move her hands and all the things crawling. There was loads of stuff cut. And the first time I saw it uncut, I think it was a mistake. BBC showed it on one Halloween night, and I was watching going, that never fucking happened in mine. And that's when I was seriously realised I need to get something to start and play American things. I think that was where the passion for Laserdisc came from, when I realised how badly we were getting stuff cut. I think if it hadn't been cut to begin with, it probably would have got a better reception. But the big problem is the obvious. All the die-hard Halloween fans wanted their little Mickey Wicky back, and because he wasn't in, they cried their eyesy-wisies out instead of giving it a fucking fair chance. So because they all spat their dummies out and sort of repented against Halloween 3, the people were like, oh, we need to make another Halloween film and bring him back. And that's why you've got like all that bilge. It should have been stopped at Halloween, but when they made Halloween 2, then Halloween 3, then it should have been stopped. Don't get me wrong, I like the others, but let's face it, they do clutch at straws sometimes with some of the storylines. But I would have been happy with that being a trilogy, and that would have been it.
See, there's always a good retrospective story about that, and just about what Nigel said there is absolutely spot on. And it's some people turn around and say, why has it got Halloween in the title? My answer to that was, it's set in Halloween. Just are you what you saying is it part of the franchise? That's the right type of question to ask. But Fangoria covered for years and years and years all of this shit on it, and didn't what lots of people, like you say, Nigel, they didn't look at it from its own point of view.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's just, oh, it's got to have Michael Myers, otherwise it's not a Halloween film. Like Halloween has got the copyright on everything having Michael Myers, you know, and everything with the name Halloween in it. No, that's not true. Like I said, it all depends on whether it was portrayed correctly and whether you gave it a chance. It was all that really back then. It's lovely.
And it's like when people say that Jamie Lee Curtis in it because she does the voice of the, you know, when the Tannoy's going curfew. I didn't know it was there until quite recently. Well, technically, Michael Myers is in it then because they're showing it on the telly, the original. So he is in it. And just because the film isn't about him, they say it's not part of the series. Well, it is, because if you don't class that as one, it goes straight from Halloween 2 to 4. You don't like it, get over it because it ain't changing. It does belong there for me. I love it. And if you watch, the certain scenes are shot in the exact same place as Halloween 2 as well.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying about it. It's great that we can look back. And if you were around at that period, it's even better because it's like, oh, Christ, I remember everything that was talked about back then on that film. You know, we can look back now and laugh a little bit, you know, because it's like all that fucking fuss.
They almost said they wanted another Halloween film, so they thought, right, well, we've killed him, so we can't bring him back. We'll try something different. And they thought, right, what we'll do is we'll do a whole new story. And every year we'll do a new Halloween film and give it a totally different story. Like it was like an elongated anthology, if you like. So next year would have been Halloween 4 and it would have been a totally new story. But the reaction the Halloween 3 got just totally stopped that. Stopped it dead in its tracks. So they brought him back.
Michael Myers. I think they should do like another movie like set in the same universe as Season of the Witch. I'd like imagine expanding Silver Shamrock out. I think that would have been really interesting to do. Like, you know,
I mean, an interesting topic.
Like
an interesting topic about this would be what was the year gap between Halloween 3 and the next Halloween film, Nigel? Was it quite a few years?
I think it was about
6 years.
6 years. Now you could turn around and say the hold-up of 6 years is possibly because of all of that was going on. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think it got a better rap 6 years later on. I think still a lot of people were going, no Myers, all that sort of shit. Do you see what I mean?
What were they doing, Craig?
They were going, they weren't going, masterpiece. No, they weren't doing that. But they were going,
even though you had a shit ton of like Nightmare on Elm Street movies and Friday the 13th during that whole decade as well. So I don't know why they were bloody whinging for no reason at all. You had so many good iconic moments from that. So I think now what the hell they had in the sorry nail heads? Probably just high on crack. That's just
I think some people just like to whinge about stuff. They're only happy when they're fucking whinging.
No.
Very true.
Is it? We love to queue. We love to whinge. You know, there's a lot of things that we got there.
We hate when it's too hot, and then we complain when it's too cold. Fucking Bellends. Anyway, we have Frags Graham.
Hey, Frogs.
We have Frags Jamin here saying good evening, lads. Good evening,
Sorry,
Frags.
Frags.
He also says there's talk of a Halloween TV series coming. I'm not too sure would it work as a TV series. I'd rather see Dr. Loomis TV show showing his cases before Michael would be very interesting.
I'll probably prefer that, to be honest. Like,
I would
why
just
do we
prefer
need a
them
new
not
Halloween
to do
series?
anything else on the Halloween series unless they reboot it and say like they do a remake in say 10, 15 years when like people are still getting over the new trilogy. I'd rather that.
Well,
but they are going to turn it into a TV series because it makes money.
To be honest, we don't need like any more Michael Myers movies. No, they've just been done. I want to see new anthology stories like what they did with Halloween 3 because it's something different. And I think they should do that. Expand the Silver Shamrock series out, but do it with like different things. I think with those masks from the third one, I thought like changing these people into like evil beings. That was like one of the most like interesting thing you've seen in horror history, and that was something different. Even though we did see like the famous masks come back in Halloween Kills, which was a perfect nostalgic moment like for everyone to have that moment in. But I think we need something different for Halloween. We don't need Michael Myers. Michael Myers is done to death now. I don't know what the hell you can do with that. But to be honest, I don't think we need a TV show. Just do something different. We don't need the same old thing. That's my opinion. There you go.
So you say never then to Michael Myers now? You think that's it? No other film ever, even in 20 years' time?
Who, me or Ryan?
All of you. Based on that statement. Never means never in my language, so
I still stand by the fact.
If it was up to me, absolutely leave it alone. It's done.
Yeah.
If you want somebody like that, why don't you start and bring new ones out like Art the Clown has? He's like one of the new generation sort of horror icons.
Yeah.
But again, I think they should only let him have so many films before he sees his day as well, instead of bringing it back and more. It's going to get ridiculous again. Victor Crowley, they did 4 films. There's supposed to be a 5th one on the way. We're still waiting for the 5th film. Let's get another one out of Victor Crowley. He's very overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought of Freddy, you thought of Jason, you thought of Mike. I'm sure there's somebody out there can think of another decent slasher villain.
I mean, I'd like to see an actual well done Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll get any better than the 2003 one. I loved it.
See, I agree with you all, but I never use the word never. I mean, I think to myself, in 20 years' time, there hasn't been another Michael Myers film. Like, we haven't seen much of Freddy Krueger, right? I wouldn't be upset if there was another Freddy Krueger film. And yet, back then, we would have said, we've had enough of Freddy Krueger. Oh, you know, it's all this and like this. So I always look at it from a point of view that in 20 years' time, we might be looking at holographic films. And then I might be going, whoa, wouldn't it be really good if Michael Myers was in 3D in my fucking face coming at me like this? With, you know what I mean? And I'd be going, why did I say never then, back then?
Yeah.
I can see for that, because that's something totally new and different.
Yeah, do you see what I mean?
I get that.
So I go, it's got to be something new. You know, this is what I'm saying. We have had enough of the same flick. You know what I mean? That's a word. But, you know, 10, 15 years' time, somebody comes up with some radical new slant on it. You know, I'd turn around and go, yeah, all right. I've got a nostalgia for that.
I think Freddy's different, though, because he's the rare one where
you could have done so much with it. It's dreams, isn't it? So you could just.
It's the same bloke who's played Freddy, and they tried it without him, and nobody liked it except me.
Yeah.
The amount of shit that film got was ridiculous. For A, it wasn't Robert Englund, and B, how dare you come out and call Freddy Krueger a kiddie fiddler? Because he fucking is. He always was.
Yeah.
He's not just a killer. You don't. If you do, very rare. I don't know of any that I can think of. You do not get a child killer who doesn't fucking abuse them before they kill them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that it was hinted at. He was never come out, but because these had the balls to outright come out and say it. Oh no, that's fucking disgusting. Get a grip.
I think that's a director and writer's prerogative to turn around and say, do we need to spell it out? Right.
Well, clearly, then yes, because people don't agree. He was never one. Yes, he was.
Back then,
he was.
So back then, I'm pretty sure they thought, look, I'm pretty sure they know this happens, and it seems very much like no, just like
no, it's stupid.
That is the disgusting side of the whole of that thing.
Exactly.
Pedophiles. So yeah.
But because Freddy was so like a stand-up fucking comedy, and everybody thought they were his buddy, they don't like to think of that. You've got to realise that, like, not only is he a fictional character, boys and girls, but he was a fucking paedophile, and he killed kids, and he was a character. That was it. It's just that he was like, we all seem to root for the bad fella when we enjoy the film. Doesn't matter what they've done, but the fact that somebody come out right and said it instead of hinted at it, well, they didn't like that at all.
When it comes to films like that, you have to face facts.
Yeah, and another thing is, like, Robert Englund's, is he in his 80s now? He said, I can't do it anymore.
75.
Yeah, right. He could do it with a little bit of help. They need a bit of CGI and a little bit of camera magic to speed him up a bit. But he's not getting any younger, and he said that, and he said, I can't do it anymore. But then you get people like this guy who made the Halloween trilogy and The Exorcist, who I can be very persuasive, because he's shown an interest in doing it.
This is where the argument about AI is being used an awful lot, because if you think about it, you could CGI the lot and have his voice, and therefore his likeness is being utilized.
Even if they deep fake it, they do it really well.
So I do look at it and go, while he's alive, we need to have more of his voice recorded. Do you know what I mean? We can't do that now with so many characters. I always turned around and said, look, when a TV show dies and everybody wants 20 years of bringing something back, and then half the actors start dying, you've lost the chance. Now, if you'd have just done some weird things like a cartoon or whatever it was, you'd have been giving people something, right? And because people hear the voice and they go, I can imagine it now. I can be right there, even though I've only got an audio snippet of it. I think famously, I mean, Ryan would probably agree with this more, like Doctor Who, right? I mean, you can't get William Hartnell anymore. You can't get Patrick Troughton anymore. Their voices, though, when you hear them, you think instantly of that character and you go, wow. Now we've moved on. We can do CGI anything. We can basically put those things into new cartoons or new stories by cutting up their voices and making them as whole new plays. And people would love that. You can't do it. Once they're dead, they're gone. So Robert Englund, hey, if I can get you more work, matey, and I'm saying to you, get in that recording studio, whatever we can do, we can hear your voice for years and years to come. Yeah. But once you're gone, mate, that's it. You know, we've lost that opportunity.
It's just like,
so, you know.
It's like you see, Blumhouse, right? They now are trying to get the rights for the by Nightmare on Elm Street, so they can create a new series of movies, right? And they said, oh, we're like Robin Englund to come back for the next 3 films. You can't fucking do that anyway, because he's just because he's I think he's like found out. I think he's got I think he's got like arthritis and stuff, like in his arms and that. So there's no way he could like pull that particular role off now. But then there was
there are always ways. There are always ways.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is they were thinking about asking Kevin Bacon to play Freddy. I was like, how's that going to work? He's in his 60s as well. You need someone a bit more younger to do the role.
Yeah.
Plus, how are you going to match the magic of what Robert England brought back to her in the 80s? And that's the thing. Like, how are you going to do that? Because like Freddy's like one of those characters you have to be very particular with. And
It's probably why they brought more Friday the 13th and Halloween's out, because technically anybody can play Jason or Michael. It's a mask.
Yeah.
But the Freddy makeup,
Other things as
it's
well.
not only intricate, you can see the shape of Robert Englund's features and you know it's him.
His eyes as well.
The makeup had a similar texture on the remake, but my God, it looked weird, like the nose was just totally melted off.
His eyes look very small as well.
Yeah, and people just did not like it.
Yeah, because they were going to do a sequel to the Jack Yale Haley one. It was supposed to call Elm Street Legacy, but that got scrapped. So it's a bit,
because people
to be honest.
It's because Bellends boycott shit, and then they don't, just because they haven't got their favourite character in it. They don't want another one to be made. Fucking get over yourself.
Like, it's like, how many times are you going to make a Chucky film or like the TV series?
Oh,
Brad
Jesus.
Dourif, it's just he just does the fucking voice. No one gives a flying fuck about Chucky anymore. Like nobody. Like, to be honest, I prefer.
It's one of those ones that I wish that they would just rest for a bit. You know what I mean? And I mean, when I mean rest, I mean a long rest. I'm not talking like, oh yeah, we'll put it off for a couple of years. No, not a couple of years, a decade. You know, I'm talking.
Now you go.
You know, because you need something now new. Somebody that's come back said, "Oh, I grew up watching that, and I'm a new director, and I've got a new vision, and all of this sort of stuff." And then they go, "Okay, you've got to now excite me into bringing back something like an old series like that." Do you know what I mean?
Thing is, though, they were never like really great, top-notch things to begin with. The Chucky films, were they?
Was never even marketed like that. I remember seeing the front cover. It was the apartment block looking up, and it just had Chucky. It wasn't even marketed as something. You know,
I think the first three were where it was at its best, and then after that, it sort of done that. And
it's the old adage. It's the old adage, though. It's the old adage, though, Jake. You know, I mean. We've done it for years. Again, in Doctor Who, in the 70s, it was like plastic, so they brought plastic things to life, and it was like, oh my God! So anything that I've got that's plastic could be a weapon. And later on, in your era of watching Doctor Who, it's the statues, you know, the angels. It's like, what? You mean I turn away and these things fucking move? That's scary. You turn something that's all around us into a weapon, and it's like, whoa. That's what's scary. So a doll, it's in everybody's children's toy cupboard. Right. You want to shut a child up and say, if you don't shut up while I'm watching this film, young lad, I'm going to fucking buy you a Chucky doll and I'm going to put it in with your toys in the cupboard. So you will shut up. And it'll be like, fucking Chucky. You know?
I'm not going to shut up with a Chucky doll, are you?
You know what I mean? You have not got a Chucky doll, have you?
No, I haven't got a Chucky doll, so don't worry.
I thought that's why you pissed off screen.
No, I'm just gonna go get my charger, so I'll put it on charge just in case I get a phone call.
Yeah, because that's forward planning, isn't it? Right now, anyway.
Thick as shit.
We have David here saying, "Good evening, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Big shout out to Scott to get better. Get better soon, Scott. 100%.
All right, apparently he's feeling a little bit better.
Yeah.
He's hoping he can join tomorrow's watch along.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
That's worked out well for me as well, the watch along, because Tuesday I'll be revising live. Wednesday.
Tuesday I'll be busy as well. I've got me next sort of thing happening on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have that. Which
that's that secret special. I'm not even telling Del Boy what it is, the bastard. Right.
That's the one.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Speaking of that, we have Menhaljo here saying, "Nice. When are we getting your live stream? I'm hoping that's your announcement soon."
No, it's not my announcement. I don't know, because when I see all the drama that goes along with them, I think, is it really worth it? I can't be fucking bothered. You've got to plan it so you don't sort of stand on somebody's toes. Then you've got to look out for idiots who want to leave comments or be dicks. And it just seems a lot of effort
while you on stream.
Yeah.
And then you've got dickheads who just get up and walk off and leave midstream.
There's that.
Yeah.
To go and fiddle with his cheesecake.
But yeah, I don't know. At the minute, I don't want to do them for that reason. There's too much shit comes with them, and I just cannot be bothered with it.
Yeah,
I agree. You know, a lot of idiots, you should have seen it last year. It was worse, like last year and stuff. But all you get is just like trolls, just like they just taking the piss like out of every single like thing. You had movie spoilers from new movies.
That was happening this year as well. We've had loads.
Yeah. Plus, you had just trolls just they be taking the make all like target and certain YouTubers as well. You had all that. It's just you just gotta watch out.
I mean, there's people who I know, like, and I've been on like their streams and stuff, and they don't show it, but they've been through crap. They've had a lot of shit. They hide it and they try and plod on. And I've known people say, right, fuck it, I'm not doing any more of these. And people go, oh, we come back, do some more live streams. Why should I? I don't go on it for that. But it's unfortunate that when you have the stream, you've got to bear the brunt of it because you're getting all the comments. It's up to you to either stop it or the people who are helping you out do it, your moderators and stuff. But if it's missed, and I don't know. I might do one day. I'll never say never with that. But at the minute, I don't have any intentions of. Not yet. Maybe next year. We'll see.
Awesome stuff. We have Movies and Train Studios here saying, hey. All right, mate.
Oh. And a couple of tra-la-las.
We have Dawn of the Discoholic here saying, is it Picnic at Hanging Rock, Nigel?
Tell me what that means and I'll tell you.
That's a film title, isn't it?
That film.
Yeah.
That's a film title.
Yes, I think it is. It's a big box set thing. It came out this year in like a yellowy... It looks like an artistic paint on the box, like a yellowy cover.
Yeah,
I think it's got a woman with a hat and stuff in it.
I just know that as a horror title. Picnic at Hanging Rock.
It is that, but I don't think it is a horror, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not horror.
I know whatever it is, it was made in the 70s.
Yeah. An old one. That's why I was going, that's a film, Picnic at Hanging Rock.
This stems back to the question we got earlier before you come on, Del, by asking about somebody said about the favourite. The fact of it was Jake on about his favourite boutique label. He said it was Arrow.
Oh,
and I said, well, I said Second Sight can sometimes be as good. I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Dawn of the Dead Sets are beautiful, but then they come up with the most obscure shit that I'd never even heard of like that.
Yeah.
It fucking follows. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah,
I wouldn't even buy the DVD of that.
I have managed to get caught up, and I was surprised that you didn't know Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, because I've known that one for years, but nobody mentions it.
Oh, yeah, I've got all this stuff.
And you went, yeah, I remember you turned around and said, you what? There's a title called Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. I was going, yeah. And he was going, never fucking heard of it. Sounds batshit crazy.
If I read that, I'd go, yeah, that's fucking going back on the shelf. Move on.
Yeah.
Why do they do it?
They also released the first Paranormal Activity as well.
Yeah, but Paramount have just released a big box with all of them in and a bonus one. So why did they do that? Who's going to buy a big fuck-off deluxe box set with all these bits in of that one film knowing there's about another fucking 8? It makes no sense.
You are dead right. Anyway, just before you move off from that, you are dead right, Nigel. You've got it spot on. It says Picnic at Hanging Rock. 1975 Australian 110-minute film with Peter Weir in it. Peter Weir, so we know that one, that guy. It says atmospheric film set in the 1900s about 3 schoolgirls and their teacher who mysteriously disappeared during an outing one sunny day. Eerie and richly textured by director Weir, based on the novel by Joan Lindsay, redirected by Weir in 1998. This version is about 7 minutes shorter.
Sounds more like
there
a
film. There you go.
Right. Okay.
It sounds more like a fancy thriller.
No, but it's nice because we get you get a closure to that one and say, yeah, damn right, there was a film, and he was dead right. The 70s. You have to sort of like sometimes reassure here because it's like I'm not quite sure if it's 70s or 80s. I thought it was early 80s. No, it's dead right. 75. It's that era when VHSs just came out. All sorts of shit came out, right? And it was mostly of that day, like the 80s, right? The first couple of years. But they started bringing in shitloads of 70s stuff to fill up the whole of the shelves. It was filled up with all sorts. And there you go. That's where that one probably got picked up from, because it wouldn't be something that a lot of people would ask for, because it'd probably be shown on TV.
That's what I mean. So if they picked up like stuff that everybody's been fucking screaming for, like more famous and better horror stuff like Arrow does, like for instance, like The Hitcher that they're bringing out, why can't they bring more stuff out like that? Stuff that people actually want, instead of dragging up stuff like people like me go, what the fuck is that shit? I've never heard of it.
Because there was another one as well that you hadn't heard of, The Nightingale.
Yeah, never heard of it.
That is a really, really brutal revenge film.
Why not get hold of Ruggero Deodatas?
Oh yeah, I've got all of his stuff.
He did Cannibal Holocaust. He did a slasher film.
House at the Park?
No, he was in it though. The guy in that, and last time I was on the left, David S. The Body Count. Again, I had it recorded from VHS, and then it came out on a German DVD, and it was the only way you can get it. Still got it somewhere. And then when I watched it, I was like, holy shit, did we get ours cut to bits again? Release that uncut?
Yeah.
No, we'll have Picnic at Hanging fucking Cock.
Cock.
It follows.
Time for
the
cock.
Baba Clit.
Sure.
Time for cock. What is that?
Time for cock.
Sick.
Yeah. We have Manhajal here saying, why is it always I like the sequel better? RoboCop 2, Psycho 2, Doctor Sleep. All right then. Predator 2, Freddy's Revenge, Aliens, Child's Play 2, Halloween 2, T2, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and The Fly 2.
Because you're weird? I don't know.
Maybe it's just personal preference. You enjoyed the.
Yeah, it's just personal preference, I think.
Someone has to like him.
I've got to admit, I don't know whether I still do, but I used to think the same about The Fly too, mind. I enjoyed it more. And I do like Eric Stoltz. I like Eric Stoltz more than Milado. What do they call him? Get out with
because the new
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, because of the new make of The Fly, it's still really the old story. When Fly 2 came out, it's a continuation with a new actor and there's more story and so forth. So yeah, I'd probably agree with that. In fact, I think somebody turned around and said of the films that are sequels that are better than the original, Fly 2 does come up. You know, when they start talking about Aliens is better than Alien and Fly 2 is better than Fly and all that, I believe Fly 2 does crop up as the better.
Yeah.
Again, Psycho 2, I've had a few people say that that's their favourite one. I think it's because it's more, it's faster paced. It's just a great story to see him get out like 13, 14, whatever it was, 23 years later, sorry. And to see that, like, some of the original cast come back, and I don't know what it was. Just I put it down to Tom Holland's writing. I think he's an absolute genius, that fella.
Yeah.
And I do agree with about Terminator 2 as well. I like the second one better. So it does, but I can't say I like Doctor Sleep better than The Shining. But I must admit, though, the director's cut of Doctor Sleep is absolutely fucking outstanding.
Isn't it a bit like Scream, where they said, "Well, you must know the rules." So the rules have been set in the first one. The second one is, and so forth and so forth. So with T2, and the fact it's the same director, you've got a person who wrote the premise, and now he's expanding the premise, and he can go in all directions that he ever wants to go. Plus, he's several years down the road and can do whatever he wants money-wise with effects and stuff. So, you've got an audience, and you've got a way of capturing a new audience as well, because you make it exciting. So, yeah. I mean, in many ways, a sequel's got a better chance. Than word of mouth is really how we watched our films back in the day.
It was.
Oh, watch this. You know what I mean? You had a snippet of a trailer, sometimes 10 seconds on TV that says, "At your cinema." And it went, "Scream," and that's it. And you went, what the fuck does that mean?
I was like watching Barry Norman, but he always slagged off fucking horror films.
He slagged off
that's how much you fucking know. Get the biggest pile of boring shite and wish for, and he loved it.
Hey, this new French production, fucking marvelous. Right, now we're going to watch a big blockbuster film, bag of shit. Right, we'll start.
I remember there was a little bit of one of the film 87 or 8, he said, and he was caught up with the news and the new films coming out. He went, "Friday the 13th, part 7, or do I mean Friday the 7th, part 13? I was like, that's about as funny as Dennis fucking Norden, which isn't very at all.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, he got more and more catchy as the years went on.
Yeah, he did.
I have watched on YouTube, just for fun, a couple of film 77s and film 78s, right? Like that. And I've watched them. And then I've watched a film 85, and I've looked at the two and I've gone, yeah, you're tetchy now, aren't you? Fucking hell.
You miserable bastard.
We have Minhaljul here saying, "What's your favourite sequel or horror series, or just in general favourite sequel of anything?"
Oh,
such
God.
A topic, it's a topic, isn't it, more than a question?
Oh, man.
My favourite sequel.
Fuck's sake.
If we're going with favourite sequel of all time, I'm going to say Scream 2 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just horror, did he say? Sorry, you haven't got the question's gone off.
What's your favourite sequel of horror series or franchise? Just in general, favourite sequel.
Oh, we don't like that word. Series, right? Horror.
Yeah, I said series at first.
Sorry, horror.
Yeah, if you said the other word, nice, we'll go into a rant.
I think I'm wasting my fucking breath because it's not stopping people saying it. I've just got to die inside a little every time somebody says it. My favourite sequel of all time has got to be Jaws 2. Very closely followed by Psycho 2, I think.
See, horror is something that I'm going back into. I was big into it, but I can't remember all the titles, you see. So it's harder for me to think of as a sequels of horrors.
I love Friday the 13th Part 2 and Halloween 2 as well.
Yeah.
There's 4. I would say probably them 4. If I had to pick one, oh God, it's got to be Jaws 2. Jaws 2 as well as me actually loving it. That is like a bit of a comfort film for me as well. I haven't said that, so it's Psycho 2.
You see, if it had said reimagination of a film or remake of a film, I'd have gone instantly The Thing. Instantly, it would have just come straight in my head, The Thing. I love the original, but the remake that Carpenter did, and I'd be saying, there you are, got my remake top one thing. But it's a sequel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Scream 2 for me. Favorite
Scream
horror
2 is a
sequel.
good choice.
That's two.
All of that
I just want to
Halloween.
say,
Great choices.
to anyone that has put a comment in, something just happened on my end with the stream, so some of the comments have disappeared. So if I do apologise if I've missed a couple of comments.
Right, what was the last one? I think it was the one with Virgil, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it right, yeah. So the
What's
next
that?
one's
I
from
tell you
David.
what, I did really, and I can't remember the title, but I did actually enjoy the follow-up to It. Was it Doctor Strange? Is it Strange something or other? Strange
Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep.
That's the follow-up to The Shining, not it?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sorry. So I did see
But
Doctor
that is a
Sleep,
brilliant sequel, that.
and I did enjoy that, but I still like The Shining. But if you're asking me for a film that I've enjoyed recently that's a sequel, I would say that's very high up. Very high up.
I agree. But it
Same
has to be the director's cut, because the cut, like,
Yeah.
they shortened it. Now I was like, what the hell? What happened to that bit? Because I watched the director's cut first. Blew me away.
Well, if we're going with continuity, then I probably would also throw in there Halloween 2018.
Right.
Direct sequel to the original.
Halloween 2 for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll actually have seen a longer cut of the movie, which is very easy to get online.
Was there a second part to that question?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Do you have the rest of the comments that I missed, Ryan?
Right, yeah, I floated them up, right, yeah. So David says a big shout out for Scott, the movie critic. A message to get better soon, everybody.
Yeah.
We've had that one.
We've had that one.
All right.
The last one we had was Haj Woody Wadwell with his sequels. What's your favourite sequel?
Yeah, I think don't forget to send it.
The next one is
Rob
David.
says,
the next one's David Beach, if you want to know.
Right.
I've just read that out. Is it I've already mentioned it?
Oh, I thought that one just says don't forget to send it. That was what I saw.
Yeah,
as the next one.
that's what I just said.
Okay.
And Rob says, just all that Starship Troopers on 4K.
I can see this. I can see this one.
Oh, you can see that, right? There you go. You fixed it.
Cheers, mate. Rob has said, just ordered Starship Troopers 4K Steelbook birthday treat with the Punisher Warzone and Battlestar Galactica in 4K.
Ooh. Now, just to let you know, Battlestar Galactica in 4K is actually really, really good. Just to get the science fiction one out the way, Rob, you're going to really enjoy that transfer. And the hope is that if that one does sell well, they will go back to the original 1970s series and upgrade that. So I bought that in a sale, and the transfer is magnificent. So but then again, that one was released as a film in the cinemas. So let's hope for that one, and then I'll let the others talk about Starship Troopers and Punisher Warzone. But just to give you the answer to that, because I have actually got it over there in my opinion.
Starship Troopers, I've also ordered the Steelbook.
Yeah.
That's coming at some point next week. Never seen Punisher Warzone, and I don't intend to because I've not heard great things.
Okay.
I'm sure Nige has never seen Punisher Warzone or never will.
Or Battlestar Galactica.
Or Battlestar Galactica.
Well, I mean,
I do have Starship Troopers, though.
Yeah, I can talk about the Punisher if you want.
There's literally no bar for me answering this question, so I don't buy 4K.
Frank Castle is one of those characters in comic books where he's a sort of like anti-hero. His family were killed, and basically he goes off for revenge. It's very much like Death Wish. So all I can say about the Punisher Warzone, all the Punishers that I've seen, including the Dolph Lundgren, are not that bad. The John Travolta one is actually quite good. The one with John Travolta in. Can't remember exactly the titles.
I lost my heart to
Starship
Trooper.
Trooper.
I thought I had an update on my food day. No, it was just a notification from Jake sharing the bloody thing on Facebook.
So anyway, I filled in the blanks for the Punisher Warzone for you. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you for the comment, Rob. Next up, we have MB22 here saying, watched the Untold Story the other day after hearing it was so much better than Ebola Syndrome. I have to disagree. Ebola Syndrome, for me, was the far more superior film. What's your thoughts?
For me, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Ryan on this one. Haven't seen them. Nice.
Neither have I.
So there's something out there called The Untold Story, and apparently it's better than a film called The Ebola. What was it?
Syndrome.
Syndrome. Both sound really good to me, but then again, I've seen a lot of outbreak type films. You know what I mean? Pandemics and all of those sort of stuff.
Yeah, stuff like Train to Busan and.
You know, I do remember there was a mini series that came out in the States. It was about 3 parts long. That started off very, very low key about a dead monkey that was brought into a hospital, and it started off a whole pandemic because they didn't know what they'd got hold of, and unfortunately, because it was a busy hospital and it wasn't delivered to a veterinary place, it started an epidemic. Don't know what that one was called though. But that could be Untold Story or Ebola. You know what I mean?
What was it? Contagion.
Contagion.
Yeah, it could have been.
That might be. Just depends if you can remember. Like that's the thing.
I do like those types of stories, though.
Well, as if you know, bother watching those type of movies now because we already lived through it.
Yeah.
We also have MB here saying, has anyone seen VFW with Fred Williamson? Got that on the watch list. It arrived today.
Yeah, I've heard of VFW.
Never heard of it.
It's got it's Martin Coves in it. There's you know, fucking hell.
He plays fucking hell.
He plays fucking hell.
Quite a popular name that these days. Go on.
And I've seen Cobra Kai as well, and I can't remember the character that Martin Cove plays. Fucks.
Yeah, I'm going out today with my mate. We're going out to meet my mate as well. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, how do you know him?
So can't remember, man.
Right,
move on. Just move on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We also have MB here saying Friday the 13th 5 was always considered a Jason film, yet didn't have Jason in it. Halloween 3 is a great standalone film.
Right.
I could not agree more.
That's a fucking good point.
Yeah. I could not agree more.
That is a very good point.
Well, it wasn't fucking Jason.
And I love part 5.
Yeah, so do I. We have Frags Gaming here saying Halloween was originally intended to be a series of films set on Halloween night, and because of the backlash of the third film, they scrapped that and made The Return of Michael Myers instead.
Which is actually a decent film. It's not a bad one. Return of Michael Myers. It's a fun one.
Is that the right word to use, though, intended? Because I don't remember Carpenter ever saying, I've got this great idea of making a film and I'm going to make it so that I'm going to intend it to be a series of films.
There's interviews with him actually saying it, yeah.
Slated to be a series of films, maybe a better word, because I can't remember him saying ever that he intended it to be a series of films. That was all.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
I think he said the original idea was, but because 3 flopped so badly, they just thought, that's that happening. because it was going to happen.
It flopped like an old man's clock.
Right.
I think they thought that everybody was going to go for it and go with it and think, oh, that was mint.
Yeah.
Yes, Michael Myers is gone, but we're still going to get Halloween films, but they're all going to be different stories. But no, everybody else was pissing in the same pot, so it just didn't happen.
Yeah. Is that all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have
Oh.
the Guardian of OV Forever saying, I found the Freddy remake more sinister. The original Freddy turned into a comedic relief in the end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, with New Nightmare, that wasn't really a comedy. It went back to its original roots. But I think, look, what happened in I'm going to say from 4 to Freddy's Dead. That's where the comedy started beginning and started to get absolutely daft. But New Nightmare was a dead solid Nightmare on Elm Street movie, but basically set in real life.
Braggs has also said, I think the Elm Street remake was good. Jackie Earl Haley was a good choice and he did a good job with the character. I think the character needs to be dark and creepy, and that's what the original was. Totally agree.
Yeah, I agree as well.
I think Robert Netter, who played T-Bag in Prison Break, would make a great Freddy if there was a new film. Never heard of him.
I've seen
Robert
Prison
Nepper.
Break.
Robert Nepper.
Spelled with a K. K-N.
I've seen Prison. I've got Prison Break, the series. I can't think of who he is.
Prison Break's great.
David Beach, are you buying the complete collection of Chucky movies? Am I fuck on 4K?
No, I just cancelled that one today.
I thought you said all the comments had gone. They're all there.
No, some of them disappeared.
You're getting them in, man. You're getting them
in. David Beats says it's also coming out on December 11th. Yep, I cancelled mine yesterday without the first one being on 4K for me.
Chucky can suck my stump. I'm sick of the sight of the little prick.
Suck my stump.
Are we watching Terra Firma again? David Beach also says you all have fantastic YouTube channels. Everybody sub. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you.
That's very nice if people did. Thank you so much.
We have Southend on Sea Arts saying Picnic at Hanging Rock is a Peter Weir film. Yep.
Yeah.
We established that earlier.
Truman Show, basically.
Yeah. Peter Weir also directed Witness.
I've ordered that.
Gallipoli. Yeah, thank you. The Mosquito Coast and the Truman Show.
It was the Truman Show that I knew. That's because I just bought it on 4K and it's a great picture. No, obviously, the transfer is lovely on that.
We have Minhaljal here saying, I've ordered the 4K Arrow exclusive, which is the Chatterer artwork slipcase. Is that for Hellraiser?
Hellraiser.
Right.
That's another horror film I think is one of the biggest piles of shit I've ever seen as well. I forgot about that one.
We also have Minhaljal here saying, hope you're okay, Del Boy.
Oh, thank you very much. I am. Thank you.
And my fucking phone is drunk again. We have Southend on Sea here saying Second Sight are working on the restoration of The Hitcher to come out next year.
Oh, yes.
How many times have we wanted that?
We've only been waiting nearly 2 years.
That should be awesome, though, especially if they bring it out on 4K.
It is.
Well, I don't know. I stand corrected.
I love that film so much. I used to watch it so much in the 80s.
Did you see Blind Fury?
No, I've never seen that. I've never been wanted dead alive.
You would get such a kick of Blind Fury. Rutger Hauer is a blind man.
Sounds
I need to watch Blind Fury.
Have you seen Blind Fury? Can you?
Rutger Hauer is a blind man going around with a fucking samurai. Honestly, you.
Oh, for God's sake!
I'll throw that on the wheel.
No, I can't see. Bang! Did I kill someone? Yeah, you just shot your wife. Oh fuck!
It's like a jokey grasshopper from Kung Fu. You remember him with grasshopper eyes? Grasshopper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can imagine Rutger Hauer's blind and he's got a walking stick, but it's a samurai. It's like a sword going around chopping people to death.
And he kicks ass.
Yeah, it's a great film. Funny film.
Oh God.
We also have Minhaljal here saying, I also watched my DVD of Ticks. I'm sure Nige has heard of this horror film.
Yes, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I myself have not heard of it. Is it good, Nige?
I haven't seen it.
Is it what, sorry?
Is it good?
I don't know. I said I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Oh, I thought you said I've seen it, but I haven't got it.
No, I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Mine's a heard of as well. See, so
I've heard people say it's supposed to be pretty good. Like, I'm not thinking of Slugs. I can't remember. I've definitely heard of it though.
We have David here saying, "Are you buying the complete box set of Chucky on 4K coming out in December 11th?"
I'd rather buy an house to carry a bag full of dog shit.
Oh fuck! No, fuck the Chucky franchise. No one can.
I've got this horror film I'm watching next year called Ryan Goes to Gobshite Land.
Oh, well, fuck you!
Really looking forward to that one.
Don Ramsey's house.
Interviewing a Gobshite Land.
You enjoy that. You get so much Chucky literature coming out from him.
He's got a new haircut in it, I've heard. Anyway, go on.
We have Frank's Gaming here saying Punisher Warzone wasn't a bad film, but I think that John Bernthal did the best job as Punisher so far.
Because there's two Punisher, well, 3 Punisher films, and 2 of them are modern. See what I mean?
We have MB here saying, Nige, I'm glad you enjoyed Mean Creek. Picked it up a few months ago from a charity shop for 10p, along with Class, an old slasher film with Brad Pitt.
I really want to see that. I've never seen that. That Cutting Class.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, God, Mean Creek was... What a film. It was a cracker. Absolute cracker. Very, very dark. Like a very dark version of sort of like Stand By Me mixed in with other stuff.
Oh, sounds intriguing. Awesome stuff, Nige. We also have MB here saying, I bought the Psycho 4K box set. Must say, loved the first 2 films, but couldn't finish the third.
Oh. First time I've heard someone say that, actually.
I must admit, it's a bit strange because he's made it like a sort of a very dark humoured. He put a lot of like black comedy into it, and I don't know. I think it works, but some people just didn't like it. The 4th one's good. I think you might give the 4th one a go. You might like that one. You bought the fucker, you might as well.
I still need to get that set actually, because I had to cancel it because it was coming while I was on holiday. So
would you say, because you're quite modern, Jake, that it's worth buying the TV series box sets of the Bates Motel if you've bought the Psycho box set? Would you say it's worth that, or would you say no, it's totally different? It's not, doesn't really fit in.
As a fan of the first 2 Psycho films and having not seen 3 and 4 but watched Bates Motel fully, I would say yes. It's more definitely paying homage to the first 2 and about.
I liked the Bates Motel. It was a bit of a slow burner, but I always wondered, is it worth mentioning, to people, this great box set Psycho, the Psycho 4K box set is out, and then saying, and now that you've got this, if you really, the only place you can really turn to now for the continuation of this is the Bates Motel, or do you say, no, that's just something totally different? You wouldn't even mention it in passing. You know what I mean? Because so many people have probably a different opinion. You know what I mean? I quite liked it. I think it went off the rails a bit.
Yeah. I thought it was a good series as well. Vera Farmiga was really good in it. And I can never remember the kid's name that played Charlie from Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But he was good in it as well.
Freddie Highmore, who's in The Good Doctor.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. He was really good in that as well. We have Southend on Sea Arts here saying the Mosquito Coast starred Harrison Ford and River Phoenix.
It did indeed.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to see that.
Good cast there. We have MB 22 saying Blind Fury is awesome.
I need to see this because I think
I'm itching to watch that now, and it's a shame I don't think I've got a digital copy that I've downloaded. But do you know what? After this, I'm probably going to download it, watch it tonight.
I'm surprised you don't have it on Laserdisc.
Yeah.
No, I have not. I haven't. Although, saying that, I haven't checked, and I bought a load. Now I should think I haven't because I'd remember it.
Man.
But I'll check it. And if
You're going Blade, Del Boy.
Yeah.
I used to get
There we
blurry.
go.
High five.
No, you.
Oh no,
Your hands. When you move your hand, your face is Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Why that is.
still
It's
blurred.
probably because of the light.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hang on.
Oh.
No, you just made it even more worse.
Yeah, you've made it worse.
Can't do anything about it. I'll have to come out and back in, I think. The hand's okay, look. It's the focus. It's
Maybe move your chair closer to the screen. That's backwards.
That's worse. Come on, camera.
Fucking hell, that is motley, that, isn't it?
Right, I'll come out and back in. See if that helps.
No worries.
Wipe your lens as well.
Hang on, stop cam.
Okay.
Start cam.
Stop your camera.
No, I'll have to leave. See you in a bit, folks.
Try.
Ta-ta.
Fucking wheeze.
We still have 14 people watching.
Hey,
I'm so sorry for this.
Fucking hell.
Thank you very much, guys. We have Southend on Sea Arts here saying, "Watch Inside with Willem Dafoe. Really liked it. Only Dafoe could hold your attention for almost 2 hours." Willem Dafoe is really good stuff.
I love Willem Dafoe. Oh, he's back. Oh, now he's back to normal.
Yeah, there we go.
That's better.
Thanks very much, guys.
I thought his mic was muted then.
No.
He opened his mouth.
Very, very strange, that was.
I think you're quite right. It's the light. But that's too bright, that.
Don't go towards the light.
Bright light.
Bright light. That's better, I think.
Who two out of lights?
We have Southend on Sea Arts here saying Screen Factory have the exclusive rights to Child's Play 4K.
Yeah.
And
the
they're
first one.
fucking welcome to it.
Minhaujal says, I also watched Creep again on DVD. It's such a good film with the creepy
that's a good
thing
one.
roaming around in the underground station.
That's really, really good.
Personally,
Okay,
haven't seen it. We have MB here saying, Wedlock is an awesome film with Rutger Hauer.
Wedlock? Oh, no.
No, heard of that.
Me neither.
Who's
Nice.
in Wedlock? What's Wedlock about?
It sounds vaguely familiar. I haven't seen it, but the title sounds. It's not like a sort of a fantasy thing, like Beastmaster kind of film, is it?
The only Wedlock I've ever heard of is when people use the term and phrase, "Oh, that was brought out of Wedlock," but never heard of the film.
Unless I'm
Wedlock,
thinking of
right,
Warlock, but I'm thinking of Warlock.
Warlock. Yeah.
Warlock's great film, but yeah, that's not
It's
got
a television
that's
film.
got that's got the bloke from
Science fiction.
Arachnophobia. What's his name?
I have, however, seen that one.
Hobo with a shotgun.
Hobo
That's,
with a shotgun.
With a shotgun.
that's an
I fucking
entertaining
love
film.
that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I absolutely loved it. It was class.
It's that type of film. It's so bad, it's good.
I
just really enjoyed it.
I'll tell you what I liked about Warlock was the lore of Warlock, you know, where it was about can't walk on hallowed ground and salt and all of that sort of stuff. I loved all of that in Warlock. I thought that was brilliant.
Never seen it.
Oh, it is a good film. I think Andy saw it recently and said that he enjoyed rewatching it.
We have Southend on Sea Arts here saying Psycho IV. Now, someone help me out here. What number is that?
4.
Thank you. I can never get to grips with Roman numerals. Was terrible one for me. If Anthony Perkins wasn't in it, it would have been worse. With Henry Thomas wasn't as good. Right.
Henry Thomas wasn't good. I thought he was great as the young Norman. I really enjoyed it. I liked what they did with it. They kind of took you back to what happened to his mother and stuff, and what life was like when he was younger. And I loved it, and I thought it ended really good. It finished the series off, so they couldn't say right. Psycho 5's next.
Yeah,
there was a daft little bit at the end, but I thought that wasn't a really they've left it open. That was more of a ha ha ha. There's the end, just a daft little thing for you to laugh at.
That's the call-in show, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good idea. You see, the call-in show. Where else can you go? You've done Psycho. You've done 22 Years Later. You've done he's sort of like finished with that. Now the hotel is his. You do that. And then where else do you go? The call-in is great because it's him saying, I'm still feeling kind of mental and I want to talk about my story, to a call-in show, like a night call-in show. That's a great idea. There's not many places else you can go.
So he offloads the entire story about his mother. And then just when you think it's getting like towards the end, he turns around and goes, oh, she made me kill, blah, blah, blah. And he turns around and goes, and now I've got to do it again. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I loved it.
They've done a remake of Psycho, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't like to talk about that.
But I've never seen it. I don't know when that came out.
But we don't talk about that one.
They've tried to do as best they can, shot for shot, the original, and they've used the same script with the odd little word or sentence changed. If you're going to watch that, you might as well watch the original, because Vince Vaughn as Norman Bates is fucking terrible.
Oh.
It's just not right.
I haven't actually asked.
Yes,
Ryan,
I've briefly seen like screenshots in passing on Google of him in it.
He's annoying.
I was just saying, Ryan, have you got the Psycho 4 box set? Because I can't remember you showing actually that one off.
No.
No, okay. Definitely recommend you get that, buddy. I think that'd go well.
The reason I haven't got the funds at the minute to buy it. So
that's because of all that Doctor vinyl, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
you
plus I put money away for next year, so. To be honest, like I haven't seen the other two Psycho movies, so I've only seen the first two, so.
That's what I mean. That's the one that excites
I
you.
love all four. I absolutely love all four. There's not a bad one in it.
It definitely is bang to buck the best value box set I think I've bought.
I absolutely agree.
When you buy box sets and you've always turned around and go, yeah, that one's the weak one, or these two are the weak ones in it, or whatever. Bang for your buck value.
Yeah.
That's pretty much about as quintessentially as good as it can get. And
for the really picky collectors, they've even put the both aspect ratios of Psycho 4 in there. So you're actually getting a 5-disc set and posters and art cards and a lovely box and this fucking nice little shower curtain slip for 55 quid.
Yeah.
I ordered it twice and I got them both.
That's 11 quid a disc plus all the other stuff. And that's 4K, not Blu. The Blu-ray is even fucking cheaper.
Yeah, the Blu-ray is £45, isn't it?
It's It's an absolute bargain for what you pay for it, really, I think.
See, I don't know what to do when I eventually get it. Do I go for the Blu-ray or do I go for the 4K?
4K.
I'd go for the 4K any day.
Every time, 4K.
The only reason I'm saying that is because obviously I've told you like I struggle with watching black and white films.
Yeah, so you'd have trouble with the first disc, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wondering would I really notice any difference with the first one?
No, but then you've got to consider that the other three films you see,
do you know what I mean?
Are really not that bad as transfers.
The thing is, though, black and white films, for some bizarre reason, when they're done right, they're absolutely glorious in 4K. The Elephant Man, my jaw literally dropped. I felt my jaw drop because I was like, and Laura, I went, look at this. She come in, she went, fucking hell, and she never notices out like that.
Yeah.
And then I watched something else, black and white. I was like, fuck it, and it's true. Black and white films look glorious on 4K, and I thought that's not going to look that much better. It's a waste.
Think about it like this, because it's grayscale, right? It's rather than black and white, it's grayscale. But black and white, when you do a 4K transfer, the blacks are done in HDR, and the blacks are not compressed because black is the natural color. So basically, it will be inky black, and then the gradient will come up. So when they do it right, it's just as Nigel said, it's as sharp as anything. You see the grain in bricks, you see the water and reflections in the puddles on cobbled streets. It's just absolutely spot on. You know what I mean? Color can make it washed out because you get what they then call crushed blacks, because black is no longer a natural color. It's a mix. They've mixed this and this and this to get black. So basically, to get an oily black on certain things, it's really difficult because it can crush other colors. So black and white works fantastically, probably the best you can get, black and white. And it's a shame that what's happening to you with how black and white works with your issue. Really, I feel sad.
Well, I'm sure I'll eventually end up getting it. Who knows? I'll probably end up asking for it for Christmas or something.
Tell me something. Is there something that you can put on your screen, like a blue Perspex filter that makes them black and white, not black and white, but more blue and white? Or
I was thinking about getting them, you know, them gaming glasses that you can get, the ones that are like reflective to blue light.
Yeah.
And seeing if that would help.
It's just that we've got privacy screens that you can buy. You know, they're just sheets of Perspex that are certain colors, and then basically they help people that have got a certain problem with bright light, light intensity, or color issues. You know, with blue being their missing color and all of that sort of stuff. So I just thought to myself, well, because it's just black and white, most people of my age worked in an office where we didn't have a black and white screen. It was green and white. We worked on word processors, and they weren't black and white. They were green and white. But they were black and white, really. It's just they put a green filter on it. So it didn't hurt your eyes and make you have a headache at the end of the day. Intensity.
I'm sure I'll find something that can help.
Yeah, I hope so, buddy. Be nice.
Sure. But yeah, there we go. We have MB22 here saying, would any of you buy a 4K Arrow release of The Ice Cream Man with Clint Howard if it was to get a release? I remember I loved the film, watching it on the old horror channel years ago. I personally have never seen The Ice Cream Man, but I did see Dead Meat's kill count of it. So I've seen bits of it. But if Arrow released it, then I would certainly give it a try. What about you guys?
I would. I've never ever seen it, but I know it was either Vinegar Syndrome or Severin released it, and I know there's people on the internet like swear by how good it is, and they get, oh, it's like really cheap made. Oh my god, it's amazing and all this. So I would give it a go.
Is this Ice Cream Man?
The Ice Cream Man, yeah, because there is one just called Ice Cream Man as well, and the two totally different films.
Yeah,
they're both horror, but they are different. I've never seen either of them.
Is the Chris Howard one that's set in the 90s? That came out.
Clint Howard.
Yeah, Clint Howard.
Yeah, that's the one I've seen. To be honest, it's an alright movie. I watched it when I was a kid, but I wouldn't say it's the best movie of all time. But I might get it just to see if it still lives up to my expectations. But
yeah,
I'll see where it goes.
Delboy.
And like I said, I'm sort of like picking up on horror again. I don't remember ever seeing or hearing about it. So I'm one of those people that don't look at it and go, oh, because it's coming out on Arrow, it's going to be great. I'd look at the review of something and go, sounds like an interesting premise. I might ask my buddies what do they think of it, and then I'll go, right, I'll order it. Be very much along those lines. I might, when it's released, I might even go on YouTube and say, trailer for Ice Cream Man. You know what I mean? And watch a trailer and go, "Oh, that's got me excited." Yeah, I love that. I'm a little bit like that, you know.
If you ever wanted to, maybe it's 88 or 101 might get it as well, because I know 88 do a lot of stuff with Severin.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're in cahoots with Vinegar Syndrome as well, but I know they are Severin. But I'm sure that Ice Cream Man was Vinegar Syndrome. But even so, I'm sure that they could, like, it wouldn't just be just Arrow. Somebody could release it. I don't know why they haven't, to be honest.
Maybe it'd be a good release for Vestron.
I don't know how high or low budget it is, and I think Vestron probably released stuff that maybe I'm only assuming this. Did Vestron release them on VHS back in the day? I don't know.
Because I know Vestron released, because I've only got one Vestron release, and that was the third Candyman film. So I'm sure they could pull off getting the rights to Ice Cream Man.
You need to get the Wraith. That's a Vestron.
The Wraith.
I've seen the Wraith.
It's fucking hell, what a film. I love it.
That is a good
absolutely
film.
Amazing.
That's an 80s film.
See, this is why I like these
funny enough, Clint Howard's in that as well.
See, this is why I like these live stream chats, because I get to know about films that I've never ever heard before.
Oh, do you know what? The Wraith makes me think of things like Cherry 2000. Do you remember that title? I started thinking about all sorts of car films like Death Race, Cherry 2000, The Wraith.
When I think of the Wraith, I just think, wow, 80s. I just think straight back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen. Is it Sherilyn Finn, the call there, who was in Twin Peaks? Who played Audrey?
I think it is.
She's in it. Clint Howard. You know the guy in April Fool's Day who played I can't remember whether he was cousin or brother of Buffy in April Fool's Day when they went to the house. He's in it. Randy Quaid's in it. It's got a hell of a cast.
Oh, awesome.
Randy Quaid's a copper.
Yeah.
Awesome. Just wanted to say as well, if you go on Amazon at the minute, there is a 2 for $20 sale on Second Sight at the minute for their single Amare releases. Because I know Short Circuit 2's on there, The Guest, Assault on Precinct 13. There's a couple of good titles on there, 2 for $20.
I must admit, you didn't actually like convince me to go and look when you said Short Circuit 2.
No, but that was the one that when I typed in, I think I was looking for Blu-rays between the price of £5 and £10.
Yeah. This is where from my point of view, right? When you start talking about boutique labels, or you go Arrow, or you go 88, or you go Eureka, and you go all of these sort of things, I'm going, does that matter? If you mention the films to me, so you said Second Sight, right? And I'm going, okay, so what does Second Sight mean to me? Right. Then you start mentioning titles, and I go, oh, right. Okay. Well, no.
I think it's the way they release them and the stuff they put into their sets and the effort they do. I think that's why people like to pick certain companies, because like they do such a cracking job when they release stuff. Like, for instance, look at Carlito's Way, the way Arrow have just brought that out.
Yeah.
But if you look at the Universal, you're lucky if you find it with a slipcover, and that's it. It's like that kind of thing.
And when you look at it from my angle, I buy steelbooks only. So it doesn't come from boutiques.
Yeah, but Arrow do steelbooks. There you go. So even if they brought out, but would you want a steelbook of Ice Cream Man?
That's what I mean.
Oh, we've got all echoing.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Has someone got the stream on at the same time?
Hello.
That's better.
Boom.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Better.
So yeah, all I was
probably Brian.
So all I was getting at was that I've started to expand beyond steelbooks. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's when I start going, oh, okay, so now I've got a load of Arrows. So I've got Carlito's Way, the Arrow, and I've got it. I showed you it in my blogs and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got the earlier Carlito release that was a steelbook. is
I didn't know
just
the Alien one had had one.
Yeah. It's the same artwork as the 4K.
Yeah.
But it's
So
just,
what I'm saying is, I have
just a
double
landscape
dipped. I have
still.
double dipped. But it's just that will happen an awful lot because I do appreciate like the Arrow RoboCop box sets. You know, they look lovely. The box sets. You know, so
That's a lovely purse. There.
That's a
really
lovely,
nice
lovely
purse
picture.
there.
Some poor woman getting strangled.
Yeah.
Double-sided.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
That's really nice.
Oh, aye.
So I'm just going to say we're going to go to the end of the comments and then think about wrapping things up. So,
yeah,
guys, get your comments now. Get your questions in.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to answer them.
Because otherwise we will threaten you with Ryan singing.
Yeah,
he was starting to do it then.
Well, I'm just gonna say here, right? You might be
very good. I'm just going to say here, right? So he's another hour.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna get you, like. I'm gonna fucking beat you up, like.
Just going to say here, right? Once upon a time, right?
10,000
You hear a knock on
hours
the door,
later.
the takeaway's at the freaking door. So put it on for like 10 o'clock.
Anyway, thanks for that analogy, Ryan.
Yes.
Wow.
Very, very informative.
Tune in for next week's episode of I'm Just Going to Say Right Here. Right.
We have MB22 here saying Wedlock is basically a fortress with Christopher Lambert, but before Fortress was made, when they are in prison with the bomb on their neck.
Oh, it sounds very, very pleasant.
I've seen Fortress.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, it was on TV. I saw Fortress.
And
I was intrigued because it was Christopher Lambert, you see, and it wasn't anything particularly special. But
we have MB22 here saying, I've bought both the Descent movies after seeing Nigel's unboxing of Subscriber Mail from Del Boy. I remember the first movie being good, but can't say that I've seen the sequel yet.
It's come back on.
Echo. There we go.
It's gone again.
MB also says, did anyone see The Night Listener with Robin Williams?
No.
Never heard of it. Craig?
I believe I've seen it because I've seen a lot of Robin Williams films. But it doesn't ring any bells with me. You know, it doesn't come to mind like 1 Hour Photo does. I mean, I saw a film the other day with Robin Williams. It was Death to Smoochie.
Oh.
Weird name of a title.
Oh, he's fucked up.
And you know, so I think I have seen Night Listener. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, by the way, the echo can't come from me because the sound is coming through my headset.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, mate.
Tenebre's my favourite, I think, followed by Cat of Nine Tails. Then probably, I don't know. I love Creepers as well. It's not even Creepers, really. It's Phenomena, but I love them all. That seems to be a lot of people's favourite, but not mine. Although I do love it.
Awesome stuff, Nige. We have Southend on Sea here saying Universal did significant restoration work on Psycho.
They did for that anniversary, yeah.
We have Minhaljal here saying, has anyone seen The Hitcher 2? I've been waiting. It doesn't look good, but it does have an original actor from the first one.
I saw Hitcher 2 at the time it came out on VHS.
I've never seen it.
Can't say I've seen Hitcher 2.
But Thomas C. Howell is back in it, the one who was like who originally picked Rutger Hauer up. So I thought, it must be decent, but I've heard nothing but bad about it.
Yeah.
The Hitcher is Jake Busey.
Oh.
If it's like his father, fucking hell, man.
I'm intrigued now to know what the year was. Hang on, Hitcher 2.
I'm guessing 88.
It wasn't. Hitcher 2 came out in the 2000s. 2003.
Was it?
Yeah.
You might be right, but
yeah, 2003 or 2002.
think the remake came out 2006 or 5.
Well, believe it or not, Hitcher 2 is not listed in here. It's got the Hitcher 1986, and then it goes to the Hitcher 2007, but it's not called the Hitcher 2. That's with
Sean Bean. There is a Hitcher 2, though.
Yeah, it must have a subtitle to it.
And his wife.
You know, I've been waiting.
And his wife, Flicker.
Yes.
Hitcher 2, 2003.
There you go.
I've been waiting. Yeah. So it was 2003.
I didn't realise it was that modern.
And the remake came out in 2007.
I thought it was before 2007. Wow.
MB22 says, Nige, you need to see the ice cream man. Clint Howard serving kids ice cream with eyeballs in it. It's a must see.
Sold.
Yeah, it's in my book under I. I've been waiting. There you go.
Bless you, by the way, Nige.
Bless my rim.
South End Sea Arts here saying Class of 99 with Malcolm McDowell, another Vestron film.
Yeah, I've got that one. That is mint, that one. Really enjoyed that.
Is it just called Class of 99 or is there a different?
Yeah, it's kind of a sort of like loosely like a sequel to Class of 1984.
Ah, right, okay.
But it's just a little bit, it's set more in the future, which I thought it was a science fiction film. I never watched it. And then when I got there, I thought, bastard, I wish I'd watched it years ago now because I really enjoyed it.
I hate when I watch films like that.
You avoided it because you thought it was going to be crap. Then when you watch it, you really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And an Echo.
Echo!
Motherfucker.
Shit
Sorry,
tits.
Bollock yogurt.
Bollock yogurt. You said bollock yogurt.
Cod bites. We have Minhajul here saying, are we definitely getting a hit shot on 4K from Second Sight?
Yes, definitely.
It's ricocheting off the walls.
The complete restoration is finished. It's just like all mastering and getting the extras ready, I think. And then getting them printed up. Which is definitely happening next year.
Awesome to hear.
If I remember rightly, I think they said spring. So you're looking around between March and sort of May, I think.
And the last comment of the night is Minhajul saying, thanks for the reminder, Delboy.
Pleasure.
So,
what we've done about?
So that is the end of the comments. If you want to get your last comments in now, please do. If not, thank you very much all for watching episode 3 of Slasher Sunday. Thank you very much to all of my wonderful, wonderful guests that jumped on tonight.
Thanks for having us on there.
Their links will be in the description at the end of the live stream. So please make sure you subscribe to them. They're all fantastic.
What's I got to take away?
And no one cares, gobshites.
It's kebab breath.
Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next Sunday.
Time.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.